check it.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janelle Samora, and this is Scent Talk from my closet, the fragrance closet. And on this channel, we go over all things fragrance. We cover niche perfume houses. We go into layering combos. We talk about dupes and clones of original fragrances, highlight indie perfume brands, all things fragrance. If that is something you're interested in, go ahead and continue watching. Consider hitting that subscription button and the bell so you'll be notified to new videos. So in today's video, we are deep diving into another house. If it's your first time on the channel, I do like to focus on one perfume house or topic at a time. And this week we are focusing on KAYALI. KAYALI Fragrances have been around since they were founded in the year 2018. However, the creator, Mona Katan, actually had this bubbling up in her head, in her brain, the research that she had put into this brand all the way since 2010, come to find out. There's quite a few fragrance, not channels, fragrance videos by Mona Katan herself where she shows off her impressive fragrance collection. She is a true collector, a true lover of all things fragrance as well. And I really resonated with her in her reasoning behind starting her brand and how she feels about fragrances, that they can be very transportive, that you can layer them and make them your own. I mean, just very like-minded in that sense with my own beliefs about fragrance. So very interesting, influential type person, and in a very positive manner. Truly resonated with her. If you have not checked out her channel, I highly recommend. I will definitely be tuning into a lot more of her videos to see what else she's got going on over there. Talks about the Middle Eastern influence of her brand in a couple of videos, the layering concept, the fact that men and women wearing unisex fragrances. I'm a man and I'm going to throw on a woman's perfume and a man's perfume and I'm going to layer it. Also that the homes over there in the Middle East all have a certain particular scent, and it's just, scent is very ritual and a daily part of people's lives. And yeah, so she shares a lot about that. And of course, she shares things about her own brand. Now, here on the channel, on Scent Talk from my closet, I have definitely referenced KAYALI throughout, the different videos, especially when it comes to layering. I want to say that I've thrown in Eden Juicy Apple in several videos because it is just that inspirable for layering. Do I feel, well, that's the review today. We're going to jump into, we're going to start off the KAYALI week with Eden Juicy Apple 01. So, fragrance brand. This fragrance brand was founded in the year 2018. And the first line came out with, I believe the first fragrance was Elixir. And the Elixir had about 3 fragrances that you could layer with it, which were the vanilla and the musk, and then one other scent that you could layer with the Elixir. So that was the concept behind the house and how it originated. Now, this Eden Juicy Apple 01, my goodness, it is just juicy red apple, black currant, pink grapefruit, lychee. It's got mid notes of wild berries, raspberry blossom, jasmine, rose centifolia, base notes of vanilla flower, amber crystals, sugared moss, and sensual musk. This is a vegan friendly fragrance as well. And yeah, this particular fragrance, Eden Juicy Apple 01, to me, admittedly had to grow on me. I purchased it because I was like, apple, I don't have an apple staple type fragrance in my collection. I would really love to get a hold of one, and ordered it, blind bought it, and thought when I first received it, it's a little light, it did not go the distance for me. And it took me a minute to start to play around with it and layer it and realize that it was actually very juicy and very apple and sweet and just a wonderful little fragrance, truly. It grew on me. It's one of those that just had to grow on me. And reminded me so much of Bath and Body Works Winter Candy Apple. So this fragrance right here that I cannot find the body splash to, and it's driving me insane. It reminds me so much. However, this has a different twist to it. It has a little cinnamon and maple syrup note added in here, and it definitely goes in a more, I want to say, soapy vibe. There's a background of like a little soapy vibe there going on with Winter Candy Apple that Juicy Eden Apple 01 does not have. Now, Victoria's Secret Teas Sugar Floor. This was another one that I blind bought, and that surprisingly had to grow on me. It just did. I was so surprised by the fact that it had to grow on me, because again, I thought apple, bubblegum, all this goodness. It's only until recently that I have been, you know, playing around with the Eden Apple 01 again, that I do feel that it's similar. It's a little bit similar to the Teas Sugar Floor. There's a couple of differences, but again, it reminds me so much of this fragrance. So maybe it's the same apple tone, the sugar in the fragrance. Something is going on there, and it's totally reminding me of it. And yeah, so it brought my nose to that. Extremely enjoyable apple scents are. I just did a layering video that I will link in the description so you guys can check that out. It is a layering video, and it's all about apples and champagne and wine. So, and tea. So it's just a wonderful, wonderful little fragrance note to be able to combine with. You guys, I lost the fragrance that I wore today. Where did it go? Oh my gosh. Oh, there you are. Okay. I want to talk about how I wore this today. There are so many different options to wear with Eden Juicy Apple 01. If I didn't already explain, which I believe I haven't, every single KAYALI fragrance has a number. So this one, for example, is Deja Vu White Flower 57. This is Eden Juicy Apple 01, Vanilla 28. So the number behind the fragrance name means that's how many attempts it took to get the formula the way that that they wanted, their end result. So how many formulas does it take to get it right for each fragrance? So the higher the number goes, the longer it took to achieve the satisfaction for the owner, Mona Katan. So wow, I thought that was interesting. I'm like, well, she got Juicy Apple spot on first try. She was like, yes, this is what I want. Very, very interesting fragrance. So for today, how I layered this scent was Champagne Apple and Honey by Bath & Body Works. It has Pink Lady Apple, Sparkling Champagne, Jasmine, Honey, and Autumn Woods. And this one just is wonderful with apple tones. And in that layering video that I will link, I actually featured Vineyard in September. So threw this on again today. This has olive leaf, this has oak barrels, green tea, sandalwood, and dried apple. It has lush vines laden with white grapes at the peak of ripeness. So it blends wonderfully with Eden Juicy Apple 01. Such an enjoyable combo. What I like to do is I like to throw the oil. This is by Nui Cobalt Designs. I like to throw it in an atomizer so I can be able to spray the fragrance. It is not that thick on the oil, so you'll be able to spray that safely on your skin. Not on your clothes though. It is a perfume oil. It is not an eau de parfum. It is not, the perfume oils here are not mixed with alcohol, so you're gonna stain your clothes like grease stains if you spray it directly on your clothes. So what I do is I spray it on my pulse points and then go ahead and spread that all over. Wonderful, wonderful scent here. So many things combined with Vineyard in September. And I've actually worn the Vineyard in September with another apple, another favorite apple of mine, and that is Nobile 1942 La Danza delle Libellule. So I wore this fragrance, this combination, the champagne apple, the Vineyard in September, and the La Danza delle Libellule before, and it was also very enjoyable. What I love, this is what I want to do next. I think that adding the creamy texture that this gives me of La Danza here to Eden Juicy Apple, ooh, and this one does go the distance, does last all day. I just feel like it would make it it would give it just a slightly different tone than when I wear this on its own or the way that I've worn it already before. Such a nice option. There are infinite options here. Today, amazingly fresh combo. I smelled juicy. I smelled very juicy. I caught whiffs all day long. I really did. The Vineyard in September gave it such the flair. Such the flair. I mean, just whoa. It just elevated the Eden Juicy Apple 01. I just love it. I do love this. This is a contender for, if I run out of KAYALI's Eden Juicy Apple 01, I will repurchase. This is one of those fragrances that is very juicy, very mouth-watering, and is perfect for layering. It's a layering fragrance, in my opinion, for my collection. If you can rock Eden Juicy Apple 01 on its own, it's going to give you a good 5-6 hours. That's how much it gives me on its own. And if I'm aiming for that time frame and I don't want to be super loud, I just want to be sweet and fresh and wonderful, it's perfect for that. However, I personally like to use it for layering. Yes, I do. So that was it, you guys, on Eden Juicy Apple 01. That is exactly how I wore the fragrance today. It does come in the sampler pack here I got this from Sephora. It is one of the scents that comes in the sampler pack. So we have plenty of more fragrances to go through and wear test this week. I will be definitely doing that for you guys. And also, I want to know what your favorite KAYALI, you see I was going to say it again, KAYALI fragrance is. That would be amazing to know if you guys already have a favorite. I would like to say that it's Vanilla 28, but since I hadn't checked out the rest of the scents, then I can't say yet, because we have plenty more scents to explore. Okay, guys, that was it. I hope that, this was a viewer's choice. You know, everybody was wanting to know what was going on here with the KAYALI scents and, you know, what we were going to go ahead and experiment with in this closet with them this week. So I hope that you will have just as much fun as I am having wearing them, for certain. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day, your night, or your evening, and you stay safe. Bye-bye.